Hello and welcome back in this very awesome and very special video. This is by far the quickest car in automation game. I received a lot of requests and I was working really hard on this vehicle to make it the quickest car in automation game. Nothing can beat it around the test track, and that's the whole point of it. I'm not saying this car has the highest top speed ever. No, I'm not talking about top speed. I'm talking about the quickest time around the test track. Right. So as you can see, I've chosen this body style. It looks absolutely magnificent, made completely from carbon fiber, with everything made from carbon fiber. As you can see, the chassis itself and the panels and the suspensions are locked because this is the Star 2.0. I've tried the Star. The first version of the car was meant to be a V16 engine with a V16 hypercar with an extreme quick time around the test track. But the V16 is too big. I had to go with something narrower and that can fit perfectly in this vehicle. You will see next what kind of engine we chose. Let's start with the chassis. We have carbon fiber panels, we have monocoque chassis type, carbon fiber chassis material, mid-engine transverse engine placement, push rods in front, push rods in the rear, plus 10 quality. And every quality you will see here, I know that this is the quickest one, and some of you will say to me, why did you put something in 10 and something in plus 15 quality? Why didn't you just put everything plus 15 quality? Because not everything can make the car perfect in plus 15 quality. Some of the stuff has to be in minus quality, some of the stuff has to be in 5, 10, some of them has to be in 15. I made a lot of laps around the test track. I think maybe more than 120 times I tried and to see what kind of time for every single little detail. That's why everything you will see here is perfectly tuned for this vehicle. We have carbon fiber, as you say, everything, push rods, plus 10 quality on the chassis. And now this is the engine that I've chosen. This is a special engine that I've chosen specifically for this vehicle. And before we start, don't look at the engineering time or the production units, because this is a concept. This is the main goal of this video is to see how quick you can go in automation game. What kind of what's the limit in automation game in the lap time section. All right, let's move on. I've chosen this V60 degrees 12-cylinder engine, magnesium block, 86.5 millimeter on the bore, 99.3 millimeters on the stroke, which equals 7002 cc engine, or you can say a 7-liter V12 engine. Right, some of you would say, why didn't you choose a V10 or a V8? That you are correct. I mean, I tried a V10. I achieved a bigger size than this V12, and I put twin turbochargers on it, but I could not achieve this kind of power. I've tried a V8 also. The V8, you can max it out. You can put the maximum size of a V8, but you cannot make this kind of power with twin turbos. It will be absolutely ridiculous and very heavy. So the decent option is to go with, of course, the V12 engine, because as you can see, and as we all know, a lot of hypercars comes with a V12 engine. I'm not talking about modern hypercars, because some comes in W16s or tiny V8s or V10s or whatever. But generally, supercars and hypercars, when they started back in life, all of them, I think all of them had V12s. Ferraris, Maseratis, and Lamborghinis, supercars, hypercars, a lot of them had the V12s. And I think it's very appropriate to choose a V12. Alright, enough chit chat. I've chosen magnesium. As you can see, dual overhead camshaft for 5 valves per cylinder, aluminium silicon heads, no VVL here, billet steel crankshaft, lightweight titanium connecting rods, and lightweight forged pistons, plus 15 quality here, because I want the engine to rev extremely high, according to the stroke that I've chosen for it. The compression ratio is 10.8 to 1, pretty much decent for this kind of application. I don't want a low compression engine. And also, I mean, of course, if you choose a low compression engine, you can put more boost, more fuel in. But in this engine, when I tried that, I achieved a lot less power than this. So 10.81 is perfect. 94 on the cam profile, also perfect. 100 will lose extreme amount of power. 94 is just the silver lining, the perfection. Variable valve timing on all cams, plus 15 quality here. We have twin turbochargers with ball bearing internals, 2589 horsepower supporting intercooler with twin custom turbos. We have 69.3 millimeters on the compressor, that means maxed out. We have 66 millimeters on the turbine, which is perfect size. I mean, this is the maximum you can get here. I mean, if I increase it more, the engine will start to lose power. So this is pretty much maxed out. AR ratio maxed out, and we have the maximum boost of 23.4 psi, plus 15 quality on the turbos. We have direct fuel injection, throttle per cylinder, or you can say individual throttle bodies. So we have 12 throttle bodies here. Racing intake manifold, ultimate 100 octane fuel. Let's see, we have 10.4 is the air fuel ratio, which is very rich, but it's running perfectly. We have 91 on the ignition timing, and 8300 is the RPM limit with plus 15 quality here. Moving on, the exhaust, the short cast headers, dual exhaust pipes. 7-inch is the exhaust diameter. I know it's very huge, I know that it doesn't make really any sense, but this way I can achieve that kind of horsepower and torque. No restrictions whatsoever with plus 15 quality exhaust. And we have, this is the final result, 1802.8 horsepower at 8000 rpm, 1300 pound-feet of torque at 6700 rpm. The engine has extremely good amount of reliability, because remember, this is a racing engine, a racing intake manifold with everything on plus 15 quality, so 67 is perfect. The service cost is expensive, everything is expensive in this car. This is not a cheap car at all. And again, I will remind you not to look at the engineering time and production units, because this is a concept. I want to see what kind of limit, what's the limit in automation game, and according to lap time records. Well, let's see, we have 10.1% is the fuel economy. Well, no one cares, it's a racing car, and I'm using all the octane fuel. All the octane in the fuel. The emissions are very low, even without catalytic converters, because I mean, everything is on plus 15 quality. This is the best engine ever made on earth. Let's see, we have the smoothness, extremely smooth, 91.6, even with a racing camshaft. But again, I will remind you, everything on plus 15 quality in the engine. It's very responsive. It has a respectable amount of noise, because as I showed you in my previous videos about choosing the best exhaust for your car, putting a plus 15 quality on the exhaust, even without any restrictions, will make your engine quiet. Let's see, everything is perfect. Let's fire this beast up and let me show you how it looks. Looks magnificent, especially after the new update. This red valve covers and the red intake manifold is absolutely magnificent. I mean, there are some rough edges, as you can see. They should fix all of these. These are the intake manifold, runners. As you can see, they are sticking out a little bit. They should, tend to fix them. But so far, so good. As you can hear, sounds very. And what's that? No, really, what's that? I've just seen that. What's that? Oh, I think I know why. Let me shut the engine up. Oh, I think I know why this turbo is a little bit up. Oh, I did not notice that before. I think this turbo is a little bit up because the engine is mounted like a transverse in the car, and yes, they made the turbos to stick a little bit higher on this side. Wow, I did not notice that before. It looks very weird. All right, let's go again. Wow, that's weird looking. So as you can see, we have light bulb headers here. Let me show you again. a beast. Wow. Alright, so let's move on. Let me show you what did I chose for the car. As you can see, I chosen this. This is a mod body. I've downloaded it from Steam Workshop. A lot of cool guys are designing these kind of body styles, and they are looking absolutely magnificent. Plus 15 quality on the body and the fixtures, and I've chosen this white color also for the brake calipers. You know, because racing cars, a lot of time they come in white. As you can see, I've chosen also these fixtures. Let me show you the fixtures. These headlights, the front grille, the front logo, the carbon fiber front lip. As you can see, you can choose the carbon fiber material. The lights as well also have carbon fiber inside them. The vents the same, and these vents on the top. And this roof scoop, I've never actually did a roof scoop before. I remember these back from Need for Speed games. And I mean, the reason of these are to provide cold air into the driver, so he can be cool, because there's no air conditioning in the car because it's a race car, and that's the whole purpose of it. We have these side mirrors also made from, as you can see, carbon fiber material. Side vents, as you can see, also from carbon fiber. The door handle, let's make these also from carbon fiber. Why not? Let's make everything from carbon fiber. Yes, what else? I have these vents. I'm really happy with these. Look, because they come like precisely with the shape of the window. These side vents, the antenna on the roof, and as you can see, this rear spoiler, rear wing spoiler, whatever you want to call it, also made from, as you can see, carbon fiber. The rear grille for the engine, also carbon fiber. The rear tail lights, carbon fiber. These should be also carbon fiber, I think. I mean, yes, it looks a little bit, weird from black and white, but it's still amazing. We have these tail pipes, exhaust pipes, and of course the rear grille, because the engine is mounted here. Cold air would go from here and there, and from here and here, and hot air would come out from here and here and here. So as you can see, it's pretty much functional. Let's see, what did I do also? I've chosen these rims here. They look absolutely mean and magnificent. I mean, there are some rough edges in this body. It's not perfect. I mean, the person who designed it, thank you so much for designing this amazing looking car, or this amazing looking body. But as you can see, there are these gaps here. I mean, the car is lowered to the ground, slammed to the ground, and this is how it looks. You can see pretty much the engine. Alright, so let's move on. I've chosen all-wheel drive, dual clutch, 6 ratios with 447 kilometers per hour is the gearbox top speed, 25 on the gearbox spacing, electronic limited slip differentials, 32% of the power to the front, 68% to the rear, plus 15 quality on the gearbox. We have radial semi-slick tires, 350 front and back. We have 30 on the front offset and 15 on the rear offset, 18-inch rims, 670 is the tire diameter with carbon fiber rim material. We have plus 15 quality on the tires and the rim also. We have carbon ceramic front and rear, 6 pistons front and rear, 375 in front, 355 millimeters on the rear. 63 is the pad type with 55% goes to the front and 45% to the rear, and plus 10 quality. This is what I said before, plus 10, because plus 15, I know that plus 15 will make the brakes much lighter, but suddenly the car got slower. I think the brakes, the balance or something got wrong. So plus 10 is perfectly matched, and it gave the best time around the test track. Let's move on. We have downforce, of course, 100% on the downforce. I'm not sure if this is percent or percentage or something, but it's 100. Active rear wing cooling, active cooling flaps, 40 on the front lip and 100 on the rear wing, 42 on the engine cooling and 100 on the brake cooling with plus 15 quality. We have a single seat only like the McLaren F1 GTR here in the middle, which is pretty much perfect. Sport interior, no entertainment system, and minus 15 quality. Minus 15 because it will make the interior much lighter, and it will I mean, the whole point of it to make it much lighter, so I can make the car much lighter and quicker around the test track. That's why it's minus 15. Let's see what else. We have electronic or electric variable steering. We have electronic stability control plus launch control plus 15 quality here. I mean, this will not increase the weight, but the customers will love it more. Basic 10 safety. I don't want to go with basic, as you can see, 2000s, because this one will make the customers will, I mean the selling points will just be zero. No one will be interested in this vehicle. I mean, of course this I'm not going to sell this vehicle because it will take years and years and years to be produced and to be made and engineered, but no. I want the people to be interested in it. I don't want zero selling point. I hate to see a car with zero selling points. Even a single point will do. I mean, at least a single person isn't interested in your car, but it's not per person. I mean, not every point is per person, but you know what I mean. I want some selling points for this vehicle. I want people to be interested in it. Again, let's see, minus 10, because I want to put minus 15 at first, but the customers hated it, so minus 10 is pretty much perfect. Moving on, I have standard springs. I don't want to use active sport or active comfort. They will make the car much heavier. As you can see, look at the where is the weight. Where is the weight? I mean, it doesn't show here, but it's heavier. I promise you that it's heavier than standard or progressive. So I've chosen standard, semi-active dampers, active sway bars, and this pretty much custom suspension setup. Positive 0.5 degrees, 0.5 degrees of camber in front, minus 2.2 degrees in the rear. Spring stiffness are 3.80 in the front, 5.40 in the rear. Damper stiffness are 3.20 in the front, 4.80 in the rear. We have the sway bar stiffness 2600 in front, 2000 in the rear, and the car is slammed to the ground 170 millimeters. Let's see, plus 15 quality on the suspension, and this is the final result. 431 kilometers per hour. It's not that much high. I mean, I've seen pictures and I've seen people on YouTube, you know, doing like 500 kilometers per hour cars. I've seen them, but they were crappy around the test track. I mean, they got pretty slow time because they designed them to be as quickly as possible, you know, in a straight line. I don't like that. The whole purpose of this car is to go around the test track as quickly as possible. We have, yes, 0 to 100 in 2 seconds only. I really tried really hard to crack the 2 seconds and go to the 1.9 seconds. I really tried hard and I could not make it. The engine is maxed out. I could not add like an extra 1 horsepower. It will not go in. And the gearing is perfect, the spacing is perfect, everything is perfect, and that's the maximum I could achieve with this engine and this kind of body and setup. As you can see, from 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, less than a second, 0.900. That's 0.9 seconds. That's extremely quick. Quarter mile and 8.23. That's very quickly. No brake fading. The stopping distance is extremely short. I mean, just put your foot on the brake and you will stop immediately. Wow, that's because we've seen videos like, for example, when on Top Gear they tried the Zonda R, the Zonda F, they tried the brakes, and the McLaren P1 and a lot of supercars and hypercars they have tried. They push the brakes and they say that their face about to be turned off. And yes, this is pretty much the same, if it's not more even. Right, so let's see, we have downforce. We have 23 kilograms in the front downforce and 160 on the rear downforce. The car weighs only 1,326.5 kilograms. The weight distribution is 36.6 in the front, 63.4 in the rear. And yes, I'm proud of this. And I also tried really hard to get to the 1.0, the power to weight ratio. I'm not really sure if this one, like, I'm not really sure. If you please explain to me in the comment section if this means like this, you know, if it means like 922 horsepower per ton, maybe. I'm not really sure. If you know the answer, please explain it to me in the comment section, because I don't know what does this one mean. Does it mean like 922 horsepower per ton, or what is it? Let's see, the towing capacity, come on, who would tow this? 734 kilograms. You can put 424 kilograms of cargo in it. I mean, this used to be useless before, but now they have fixed it and it works like a charm. Let's see, design. These are all of the options on the vehicle. The market. Yes, my friends, the market. It will do only 8.5 miles per gallon. The emissions are a little bit high because, you know, catalytic converters. We are using all the available octane. The service cost is extremely high. These are extremely high. Don't look here because this is a concept. And let's see what else. Environmental resistant, good. The car is very reliable. No off-road, of course. it has some utility points. That is shocking actually, and it has some practicality as well. It's drivable. I mean, not everyone can drive it, but you can drive it. 67 points. It's very good. It's extremely sporty. 118.9 points. It's not comfortable at all. 0. It will break your back, I think. And it's prestigious. It has normal safety to it, and it's perfect. And it will cost you near $400,000, which is cheap, I think, for a 1,800 horsepower hypercar. Alright, let's go to the test track. And yes, everything you are seeing here, we've seen it before, and as you can see, I did a lap before. And yes, I'm not kidding, it's 1 minute 46.52 an automation test track. This long test track that we usually go here with supercars. We usually go around like in 155, 153, 159. This is very quickly if you go below 2 minutes. We went with 1 minute 46.52. Yes, that's how quickly it is. Let me just check something, because sometimes this game gets really crappy. Alright, perfectly now. And alright, let's try it again. But first, let's try the airfield or the Top Gear test track. And please, if you know the answer, tell me in the comment section how many cars did we beat with this time. 3, 2, 1. We did it, yes, in 1 minute 3 seconds 0.97. 1 minute 1.3 seconds. 1 minute 3 seconds 0.97. This is how we play it, guys. This is how we achieved it. I really wanted to crack the minute, but this is as quickly as this car will get. Amazing. I'm speechless. I mean, I think the Bugatti did it in 1 minute 15, 1 minute 16. The Ariel Atom VA did it in 114, 115, something like this, and around the Top Gear test track. And this is 1 minute 3 seconds 0.97. Extremely quick. Wow. Now, as always, I love to try this one because I'm interested in this straight line here. How much speed we can achieve here. I mean, the top speed is 431. How close we can get in this straight line? All right, let's go. 1 minute 46.54. Absolutely amazing. Wow. I mean, in this straight line, have you seen this? Did you see the speedo? I mean, do you remember in the Top Gear episode when they tested the Danish hypercar? They called it the Zenvo ST1. Yes. Do you remember what Jeremy Clarkson said about the speedo? I mean, this is, a speedo cannot keep up with the power of that engine. We have the same here, guys. The same. I mean, you cannot, your eyes cannot keep up with the numbers. It's a blur. An absolute beast. I'm really happy with this result. I'm really happy with it, and it's an amazing car. I mean, I wish that it can be made, you know, as production or something, you know, make it like a hypercar or something real. But the engineering time and the production units are just off the chart, and no one can make it. But it's a good concept, you know, to see comes to life, and to see what kind of limitation an automation game can support. I mean, if I could find like a better body than this, either I could fit like a bigger engine, or if I can fit like the V16 with massive turbos, like 2500 horsepower, yes, we can. I think we can be quicker than this. Maybe not. But when I see something, you know, on this Team Workshop that deserves to be, you know, put as the the quickest or the fastest car in the automation game, I will make it, and I will share it with you in a jiffy, or in the quickest time as possible. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and get subscribed if you are new to my channel, and watch all my previous videos. And soon I'm gonna start to make the boring engines into a tuner dream engine, you know, this series that I made before. Soon I'm gonna start you know, choose really boring engines and turn them into a tuner's dream. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification each time I release a new video. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you very soon, and please keep requesting videos and cars and engines, and because I'm really happy to do them all, but just give me a little bit of time because I was really busy, you know, these previous days. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.